many earth-based traditions, a sacred container is created in which to hold ceremony or ritual. One of the components of creating sacred space is the calling in of the directions, each of which represents an element and life stage, as well as qualities, life lessons, and archetypes. By calling the 4 cardinal directions to join us in holding space, we build a balanced as well as protected foundation in which to share our time. Please join us in inviting these energies by facing each of the 4 directions as our worship leaders call them. We'll start in the east, which is facing the doors of the sanctuary.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the east and the element of air. Cracked open seeds of inspiration which remain tucked under the earth, awaiting their appearance. Sprouts that hold the potential of our next longings. Gentle breezes and gusty winds which bring newness and change into our lives. Winged ones who teach us about vision and of the big picture. Please join us, teach us, and celebrate with us this solstice tide.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the south and the element of fire. The spark that guides our bodies to enact the will of our hearts and minds. The burning in our bellies that brings our passions forward to manifest into action. Embers and flames which burn away that which no longer serves us. And light which illuminates and brings consciousness into our lives. Please join us, guide us, and frolic with us this solstice tide.
Blessed be.
And now we turn to the west. Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the west and the element of water. The creatures that teach us about diving deep, only to emerge again. The sunsets and twilights that teach us to savor each last bit and remind us that all things come to an end. Still waters, ripples, droplets, running rivers, downpours, lapping or crashing waves, and tsunamis that continually teach us that we are not always in control of the flow. The emotions which are the currents of our lifebloods. Please be with us, surround us, and play with us this solstice tide.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the north and the element of earth, the fertile soil mixed with the gone before ones, which gives rise to all new life, mixing past and future. The creatures who teach us, if we'd listen, how to live in harmony with our planet. The rocks which hold steady and the solid foundation that gives us the stability we need to learn to fly. The deep, quiet solace and knowing of solitude. Please join us, hold us, and remind us this solstice tide.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of each of our centers, please be with us and help us bring our deepest, most authentic selves into this solstice tide and into our lives. Blessed be.